when ancient tribes ruled the earth, long before the rise of sprawling cities and the advent of modern technology, a forgotten world existed where ancient tribes roamed the untamed wilderness. These prehistoric peoples, our distant ancestors, lived in a time when the earth was wild and untamed, a realm where survival depended on instinct and ingenuity. Picture a world where vast forests stretched as far as the eye could see, where mighty beasts thundered across open plains, and where the night sky blazed with countless stars, unobscured by the artificial lights of civilization. This was the domain of the lost tribes, a time when humanity was still finding its place in the grand tapestry of nature. In the depths of primeval caves, these early humans sought shelter from the harsh elements and lurking predators. These dark, damp sanctuaries became more than just places of refuge. They were the canvas upon which our ancestors painted their stories, hopes, and fears. With crude pigments made from earth and animal fat, they adorned the rough stone walls with vivid depictions of their daily lives, epic hunts, and mysterious spiritual beliefs. These cave paintings, some of which have miraculously survived tens of thousands of years, offer us a rare glimpse into the minds of our forebears. They speak of a people deeply connected to the natural world, who saw themselves not as masters of their environment, but as an integral part of it. Each brushstroke, each handprint left behind, tells a tale of human creativity and the universal desire to leave a mark on the world. As dawn broke over the prehistoric landscape, the tribes would emerge from their cave dwellings armed with tools fashioned from stone, bone, and wood. These implements, crude by today's standards, were marvels of innovation in their time. Carefully chipped flint became razor-sharp arrowheads and spear points, while smooth river stones were transformed into axes capable of felling trees and butchering game. The hunt was not merely a means of sustenance for these ancient peoples. It was a sacred ritual, a test of skill and courage that bound the tribe together. Tracking animals across vast distances, the hunters moved with a grace and stealth born of generations of practice. Every successful hunt was celebrated, every morsel of food shared among the community, for in unity lay survival. But life for these prehistoric tribes was not solely focused on the pursuit of food. In the quiet moments between hunts and gatherings, they crafted intricate jewelry from shells and animal teeth, wove baskets from plant fibers, and fashioned clothing from animal hides. These activities were not just practical. They were expressions of culture and identity, ways of distinguishing one tribe from another in a world where borders were defined by natural landmarks rather than political boundaries. As night fell, the tribes would gather around roaring fires, the flames casting flickering shadows on the cave walls. Fire was more than just a source of warmth and protection. It was a gift from the gods, a mystical force that held the darkness at bay and allowed for the preparation of food in ways our earlier ancestors could never have imagined. Around these communal fires, elders would pass down oral traditions, telling stories of great hunts, epic journeys, and the origins of the world itself. These tales, passed from generation to generation, were the foundation of prehistoric culture. They explained the mysteries of the natural world, taught valuable survival skills, and instilled a sense of identity and belonging among tribe members. In a world without written language, memory and storytelling were paramount, and those with the gift of narrative became revered members of the community. The changing of seasons brought new challenges and opportunities for the ancient tribes. Spring heralded the return of migrating animals and the blossoming of edible plants. Summer was a time of abundance, when berries hung heavy on bushes and fish teemed in rivers swollen with melted snow. Autumn brought the urgency of preparation for the harsh winter ahead, as tribes worked tirelessly to stockpile food and reinforce their shelters against the coming cold. Winter was a time of hardship, when game became scarce and the bitter cold threatened survival. Yet even in these darkest months, the tribes found ways to persevere. Huddled in their caves, they would work on intricate crafts, repair tools and clothing, and strengthen the bonds of community that were essential to their survival. The world of these prehistoric tribes was one of constant motion. Some groups were nomadic, following the migrations of animals or seeking new territories as populations grew. Others established semi-permanent settlements near reliable food sources, laying the groundwork for the first villages and, eventually, the rise of agriculture. As the millennia passed, these ancient ways of life slowly gave way to new innovations. The discovery of agriculture allowed for more permanent settlements, while the development of metallurgy ushered in new tools and weapons that would forever change the face of human society. Yet even as civilization marched forward, the wisdom and connection to nature that defined these prehistoric tribes left an indelible mark on the human spirit. Today, as we navigate a world of smartphones and skyscrapers, there is still much we can learn from the lost tribes of prehistoric times. Their deep respect for the natural world, their emphasis on community and shared resources, and their ability to find beauty and meaning in the simplest aspects of life offer valuable lessons for our modern age. The story of these ancient tribes is not just a tale of the distant past. It is the prologue to our own story, a reminder of the ingenuity, resilience, and adaptability that has defined humanity since its earliest days. As we face the challenges of the future, perhaps we would do well to look back to a time when ancient tribes ruled the earth, and remember the timeless wisdom that allowed our species not just to survive, but to thrive in a world both beautiful and perilous.